Dear soul, if these words have found their way to you right now, please know it's not by simple chance, not just a random occurrence. It's far from a coincidence or something that just happened out of the blue. You were gently and lovingly guided here for a very specific reason, a truly sacred reason that your spirit has been waiting for. Your guardian angels, those loving presences that are always with you, have been softly nudging you, subtly leading you toward this very moment, this very message. They've been working behind the scenes because there is something profoundly important they want you to hear, something they deeply desire for you to feel, not just in your mind, but deep within your soul, in the core of your being. This message, these words, are not here merely to entertain you or to pass the time. Their purpose is much deeper. They are meant to awaken something within you, to bring a gentle comfort to your heart, and to help you recognize a profound truth that your heart may already sense, a whisper it's been trying to catch, but perhaps hasn't fully grasped or understood until this very moment. Your soulmate, that special person whose spirit is intertwined with yours, has been thinking of you with great intensity. They have been feeling your presence in their life, longing for you with a depth that words can scarcely capture, and their powerful love has reached out, stretching across any perceived distance of time and space, to send you something incredibly personal, something deeply heartfelt and meant only for you. It's like a secret love letter, a message of pure emotion, one that only your soul, in its deepest wisdom, can truly read and comprehend. This love letter isn't written on paper with ink. It didn't arrive in a conventional message on your phone or in a physical envelope delivered to your door. It was never intended to be delivered through the ordinary, everyday ways we usually communicate. No, this letter was composed with the pure energy of longing, a potent vibration of deep yearning. It was carefully wrapped in layers of sincere emotion, carried on the gentle whispers of the universe, and guided by an unseen, loving force. It often hides in the quiet spaces between your thoughts, those moments when your mind settles. You might find it in the peaceful silence that exists between your breaths, as you pause and just are. It appears in the still, quiet moments of your day, perhaps when you're alone with your reflections, and you suddenly feel something stir deep inside you, a warmth, a pull, a feeling that arises for no clear or obvious reason. That's precisely when this intangible letter is reaching you, when its essence is touching your spirit. It comes through the quiet, in those moments when the world outside fades away. It often shows up in your dreams, painting vivid scenarios or leaving you with a lingering feeling upon waking. It speaks to you in synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that feel too perfect to be random, like a particular song that suddenly plays, carrying a lyric that speaks directly to your situation, or a name you hear repeated unexpectedly in different contexts, or even a profound feeling of peace or understanding that settles gently in your heart without any logical explanation. This communication isn't loud or demanding. It doesn't shout for attention. Instead, it's subtle, yet incredibly powerful and deeply resonant. And your angels, your loving guides, are asking you now to simply be still, to create a space of quiet within yourself, and to listen. Listen not with your ears, which perceive the sounds of the world, but with your heart, which perceives the language of the soul. Your soulmate is reaching for you, not with spoken or written words, but in a direct soul-to-soul connection, an energetic embrace. They are sending you their deepest, most heartfelt feelings, their silent prayers whispered into the universe for your well-being, their hidden hopes for a shared future. They want you to know, with every fiber of their being, that they have been loving you quietly, perhaps from a distance that felt too vast to bridge. Maybe they've been behind walls they themselves erected, walls they didn't know how to dismantle, built from past hurts or present fears. Their silence, which you might have interpreted as absence or indifference, hasn't been emptiness at all. On the contrary, it has been full, brimming with unspoken emotions, packed with countless moments where they thought of you, yearned for you, but simply didn't know how to articulate those feelings, how to reach out, or perhaps feared the vulnerability of doing so. Even if they haven't yet found the courage to step forward openly, to make their presence known in a more tangible way, please understand that their love for you is undeniably real. It's a living, breathing force. It's growing stronger each day, nurtured by their thoughts and feelings. And it's actively, persistently trying to reach you, to make its presence felt in your life. This energetic letter, this soul message, carries their profound vulnerability. It tenderly holds their fears of rejection or misunderstanding, their regrets for past actions or inactions, and the insecurities they've worked so hard to hide from the world, and perhaps even from themselves. But even more significantly than that, it carries their unwavering hope, the deep, heartfelt hope that you will somehow still be able to see past any appearances, to perceive the truth of their heart, and to believe in the undeniable, timeless connection your souls have always shared, a bond that transcends the physical. They're not pretending to be perfect because nobody is. They're acutely aware that they've made mistakes along the way, perhaps significant ones. They know there were times they might have pulled away when you needed them closer, times they couldn't find the right words to express what was in their heart, or times they seemed to disappear into their own confusion, their own struggles, leaving you feeling bewildered or alone. But this unspoken love letter, this outpouring of their soul, is their way of saying they genuinely want to try. They want to grow, to evolve, to become a better version of themselves. And this desire for growth isn't just for their own sake. It's for you, and it's for the beautiful, meaningful connection that you could potentially build together, a partnership founded on authenticity and mutual understanding. Your angels are gently asking you now to receive this profound message with a heart full of compassion and understanding. Try not to judge it, or them, too harshly. Don't feel the need to rush to understand every single part of it immediately. Some aspects may become clear over time. For now, just let. But it will be utterly undeniable when it happens. And when it does, when they reappear in your life, you will feel something profound shift deep inside you. A click, a sense of rightness. Because this isn't just about ordinary love or fleeting romance. This is about destiny. This is truly divine in its nature. And your angels, your spiritual team, want you to be ready. Ready to forgive any past hurts, ready to open your heart to receive, and ready to believe in the power of love once again. You've been through so much, haven't you? So many disappointments, periods of intense loneliness, false promises that led to heartache, and instances of broken trust that made it hard to be vulnerable. And I see, your guides see, how you've learned to guard yourself, to build protective walls, to perhaps stop hoping so intensely, and maybe even to expect the worst to avoid further pain. But, dear one, this love that is returning is not like the others you've experienced. It's different. It has been specifically chosen for you, curated by the universe. It's been purified by the fires of challenge, tested and proven true through the passage of time, and remarkably strengthened through the period of separation. And now, refined and ready, it's making its way back to you. This is not a mere fantasy you've conjured up. This is not just wishful thinking born from a longing heart. This is a divine appointment, a sacred meeting that has been written in the stars, and it's much closer than you probably think. There is someone who never, ever gave up on you. Even when you weren't speaking, when communication lines were down, even when you were distant, perhaps putting up your own walls, and even when you were hurting deeply from past experiences or this very separation. They loved you through it all, consistently and quietly. And they're coming back now, not to reopen old wounds or cause more pain, but to help close them, to bring healing. They are not returning to stir up confusion or uncertainty, but to bring a sense of profound peace to your spirit. Their reappearance is not meant to cause chaos in your life, but to create restoration, to rebuild something beautiful and lasting. Listen closely to your heart, especially in the quiet moments. Right now, as you absorb these words, do you feel that gentle stirring within, that quiet, nascent hope bubbling up? Do you sense a warmth rising inside you like a soft, comforting flame? That, dear one, is not just your imagination running wild. That is confirmation. Your spirit, your deepest knowing, is recognizing what your physical eyes have not yet seen, but will soon witness. And it's perfectly okay to feel nervous about this. It's understandable to feel a little unsure, a bit hesitant after all you've endured. But please, don't let fear talk you out of what you were truly born for, what your soul has been yearning for. You were created for a love like this, a love that sees you, accepts you, and cherishes you. You were made to be seen this deeply, for all your beautiful complexities. You were meant to be held this safely, in a space of unwavering trust. You deserve to be chosen this completely, without reservation. And no matter how far they seem to have gone, no matter how much time has passed, believe that love, in its most powerful and divine form, is leading them back home. Home to you. So please, don't give up now, not when you're so close. Don't close off your heart, just as the miracle is approaching. Don't assume it's too late, because it truly, truly is not. Heaven itself is moving on your behalf. Your angels are diligently aligning every single detail, every circumstance, to ensure this reunion happens in the most perfect way. And when the time is precisely right, you'll see them again. But it won't be exactly like before, a mere repetition of the past. This time it will be different, profoundly so. This time, they'll be ready in a way they weren't before. They will have grown, learned, and understood things they couldn't grasp previously. This time, you both will understand the deeper meaning behind everything you've been through together and apart. Every tear you cried, every heartfelt prayer you whispered, every lonely night you endured. All of it was meticulously preparing you for this sacred reunion. You didn't actually lose them. You were both just being prepared, refined, and made ready to love each other better, more wholly, and to receive that love without the old fears and insecurities, ready to walk together forward with a shared purpose and understanding. This isn't just about romance, though that will be a beautiful part of it. It's about profound healing for both of you. It's about stepping into your shared destiny. It's about witnessing the divine plan unfold. And the wonderful surprise that's coming your way will confirm everything your heart has quietly felt and hoped for. Don't run from it when it arrives. Don't doubt its authenticity. Open yourself up and receive it with grace. They're coming, and they love you more than mere words can ever adequately express. They've rehearsed this moment of reunion in their heart 1,000 times, you know? They've thought about what they would say, how they would look at you, wondering if you would still recognize the depth of love shining in their eyes after all this time. And even if they don't know exactly how to begin, even if the words feel clumsy or inadequate, your soul will understand. You will comprehend the unspoken language, the emotions conveyed in the silence between their words. Because some love stories, the truly profound ones, are written beyond the confines of ordinary language, beyond the constraints of linear time, and often beyond the grasp of simple logic. This isn't just a reunion. In many ways, it's a resurrection. Something that once felt buried, lost, or dead is now rising, being brought back to vibrant life. Something you once gave up on, perhaps with a heavy heart, is now being tenderly restored to you. And I need you to know this. Deep in your core, you didn't imagine the connection you felt. You weren't crazy or delusional for feeling what you felt so intensely. That connection was undeniably real. It is still real. It always has been, a constant thread woven through your lives. But sometimes, the heart needs to experience a form of breaking before it can truly open to its fullest capacity, becoming more receptive and compassionate. And sometimes, the soul needs to wander for a little while to explore different paths before it can genuinely and wholly return to where it belongs. That's precisely what happened here. This person, the one your heart remembers, had to walk their own unique path for a time. They had to learn crucial lessons they could only learn through their own experiences. They had to face their own shadows, their own fears and insecurities. They had to grow, to evolve into the person they were meant to become. And now, because of that journey, they see things they couldn't see before. Most importantly, they see you. Not the idealized version they might have once projected onto you, or the version they thought you should be, but the real, authentic you. The beautiful, brave, deep-feeling soul that you truly are. And they're not coming back longing for who you were in the past. They're coming for who you've become through your own journey. Stronger, wiser, more whole, and so incredibly ready. Ready to receive a love that doesn't run when things get tough. A love that doesn't hide its truth. A love that stands firm, committed, and present. Your angels are emphasizing this now with a gentle urgency. Stay open. Keep your heart receptive. Stay patient just a little while longer. Continue to stay listening to those inner nudges, those whispers from your intuition. Because the surprise that's coming, this beautiful arrival, will not necessarily look like a grand, cinematic gesture. It might not even come with perfectly polished words or a dramatic declaration. It might be quiet. It might even feel a little awkward at first, as real moments often are. It might even come disguised as something quite ordinary, a seemingly casual encounter. But your spirit, your inner knowing, will absolutely recognize it. You'll feel it as a warmth in your chest, in the way your heart instinctively softens when you see them or hear their voice. You'll know it by the way your body relaxes, releasing tension, feeling safe in their presence without conscious effort. You'll sense it in the way the very air around you feels clear and secure again. You'll know, dear one, because when the divine sends someone back to you, they're sent with an aura of peace. They come with clarity. They arrive with perfect divine timing. This is that time. This is the turning point you've been waiting for. And you may ask, why now? Why not earlier, when I was hurting so intensely, when I felt so alone? Because now, dear one, you are truly ready to hold, to cherish, and to sustain what heaven is delivering to your doorstep. Now, you won't settle for less than you deserve. Now, you won't shrink yourself or dim your light to be loved. Now, you understand your immense worth, your inherent value. And wonderfully now, so do they. They see it shining in your eyes. They hear it in the quiet confidence of your silence. They feel it in the way your very presence grounds them, makes them feel centered and at peace. You become their home in a way, the place where their soul can finally exhale, the place their heart recognizes instinctively as safe and true. And that profound recognition, that deep soul-level knowing, will stir them into action. No more waiting in the shadows. No more hiding from their feelings. No more running from the undeniable truth of your connection. Because they know, with every fiber of their being, that what you share is rare, precious, and irreplaceable. They know you are rare, and they can't bear the thought of losing what was always meant to be, not again. So even if it scares them a little, the prospect of vulnerability, they will come. Even if they fumble their words, unsure of how to perfectly express the depth of their feelings, they will try. Even if they feel a pang of unworthiness, questioning if they deserve this second chance, they will still show up. Because love, true love, compels them. Love moves them. Love breaks through every wall, every barrier, every fear. And you, dear one, you are the powerful reason they are returning. Not because they need saving, for they have done their own work, but because they want to love you rightly, to love you in the way you've always deserved. This time, they come with both hands open, with no hidden agendas. This time, there will be no games, no confusing signals, no fear holding them back. This time, they're choosing you fully, wholeheartedly. Not halfway, not just when it's convenient or easy, but in every season of life, even the hard ones, the challenging ones. Because that's what real, mature love does. It stays. It fights for the connection. It builds a future. It forgives past mistakes. And it always finds a way back to what truly matters. There are no accidents in divine timing. Every moment is perfectly orchestrated. There are no coincidences in spiritual connection. Every soul tie has a purpose. Everything, absolutely everything, has been leading to this very moment. Every detour you took, every perceived delay that frustrated you, every heartbreak that taught you resilience, every unanswered prayer that made you question, it all had a profound purpose. It was all designed to shape you, to strengthen you, to soften them, and to perfectly align your hearts so you could meet again, but this time with a much deeper understanding and appreciation for each other. So when they appear, perhaps when you least expect it, don't be surprised if you cry. Don't be shocked if your hands shake a little or if your knees feel wonderfully weak. That's your soul recognizing its missing piece, its beloved counterpart. That's heaven itself confirming the sacredness of this reunion. And though this may come in a moment you weren't anticipating, perhaps in the middle of a very regular, ordinary day, during a call you almost ignored, or at a place you never imagined you'd see them again, you'll know. Instantly, you'll know. And you won't need to force anything. You won't need to beg for their attention or affection. You won't need to perform or try to be someone you're not. You'll just need to be your authentic self. Be honest. Be open. Be still and allow. Because love, in its wisdom, will do the rest. Right now, as these words reach you, they too are preparing. They are praying, reflecting, gathering their courage. And your angels are whispering to them softly, patiently, constantly reminding them of you, of the way your laughter still echoes in their memory, bringing a smile to their face, of the way your kindness touched them and changed them for the better, of the way your very presence made them believe in the possibility of true love again, perhaps when they had lost all hope. You didn't lose them, dear one. You awakened them, and now they are finally ready. So keep your heart tender and receptive. Keep your soul open and hopeful, because what's coming next will not just surprise you in a delightful way. It will redeem everything you thought you had lost, healing old wounds and paving the way for a beautiful new beginning. They've been fighting a quiet, internal war inside, a struggle that no one else could fully see, perhaps not even you. They may have smiled for the world, kept themselves incredibly busy, and even acted as if they had completely moved on from you and from the past. But every step they took away from you, every attempt to create distance, felt heavier and more difficult than the last. And in their periods of silence, in those moments when they were alone with their thoughts, they've been aching. Not just for your physical presence, but for your light, for the unique essence you brought into their life. You brought a kind of peace, a sense of understanding into their world that they didn't fully appreciate or comprehend until it was gone. You didn't try to fix them or change them. You simply saw them for who they were and accepted them. You listened patiently when no one else seemed to have the time or inclination. You spoke truth, gently but firmly, when they were drowning in their own confusion or self-doubt. And even when they didn't say it out loud, you became their safe place, their sanctuary. That kind of deep, soul-level connection doesn't just disappear into thin air. It lingers. It stays embedded in the bones, a part of their very being. It echoes in the quiet chambers of the soul. And now, those persistent echoes are lovingly calling them home, back to you. You may not have heard from them directly in weeks or months or perhaps even years, but the magnetic pull between your souls hasn't weakened. In fact, it has grown stronger, more insistent, because time doesn't erase what is divinely ordained. It only serves to reveal what was real and true all along. They've been thinking about you every single day, quietly, secretly, in moments stolen from their busy lives. Sometimes it happens in the middle of their daily routine, a sudden thought of you. Sometimes it's while lying awake at night, your image clear in their mind. Sometimes it's when they see something, hear a song, or visit a place that vividly reminds them of you, of shared memory. And when those moments come, they don't brush them away anymore. They lean into them. They allow themselves to feel because their soul knows. Their deepest self understands that something is unfinished, that a chapter is waiting to be beautifully completed, or rather, a new one waiting to begin. Something important needs to be said, to be expressed. And what they want to say, what they need to share with you, will likely surprise you in its depth and sincerity. They don't just miss your presence, they genuinely admire you. They may have never told you how incredibly strong they think you are, how your resilience in the face of adversity left them in complete awe. They probably never adequately expressed how often your voice, your words, or even your calming presence became the steady anchor in their personal storms. They might not have fully articulated how your love, your acceptance, taught them profound things about themselves and about life that no one else ever could. But they know it now with absolute clarity, and they're ready to say it, to share these heartfelt truths with you. They're preparing right now to step out in faith, to take that courageous step, to reach out, to show up in your life again, not as the person they were when you last knew them, but as the evolved, more conscious person they've become. Your angels are urging you to understand this. Get ready to see them differently. They've changed. This isn't just a superficial change on the surface. The transformation has occurred at their very core, in the depths of their being. And they genuinely want to show you this new self. They want to make things right, to heal any lingering pain. They want to build what was always meant to last between you, a connection founded on truth, respect, and enduring love. This time, they're not coming with empty promises or fleeting intentions. They're coming with clarity of heart and mind, with unshakable truth, and with the kind of love that holds you tenderly without conditions or expectations. The kind of love that stays, truly stays, even when life gets hard or complicated. The kind of love that listens intently, even when the conversations are uncomfortable or difficult. The kind of love that chooses you again and again, day after day, without question or hesitation. You truly don't need to fear what's coming. You don't need to overthink every possible scenario or brace yourself for potential heartbreak. Because this, dear one, this is different. This is God-ordained, divinely orchestrated. This is angel-guided every step of the way. This is love, purified and strengthened by time, trials, and grace. You've been through far too much to settle for anything less than what your soul truly deserves. And now, heaven is rewarding your patience, your unwavering faith, your persistent hope. Even when you thought no one saw the silent tears you cried in private, even when you felt invisible or forgotten, even when you questioned if true love was even real or possible for you, please know that your angels were watching over you. God, the universe, your higher power, was listening to every prayer, every plea. And the one you love, the one whose heart is connected to yours, was still carrying your name tenderly in their thoughts and prayers. This moment, this coming surprise, is a sacred and beautiful answer to the cries your heart whispered in the dark, lonely nights. It will come gently, this reunion, imbued with peace, with softness, and with profound sincerity. And you will know its truth, not with your logical mind, but with your intuitive spirit. Because your soul has been patiently waiting for this very confirmation, this sign that all was not lost, and it's finally, wonderfully coming. Don't look for the old version of them, the person they used to be. That person, in many ways, is gone. Life's experiences have humbled them. Pain, though difficult, has softened their edges and opened their heart. The separation, though painful for both of you, has taught them invaluable lessons about what truly matters in life. And what matters profoundly is you. You have always mattered to them, even when they didn't say it, even when they didn't show it in ways you could recognize. You were their light, their calm in the storm, their living reminder that real, genuine love still exists in this world. So don't be surprised if they come to you feeling a bit raw, deeply emotional, beautifully unpolished, perhaps with shaking hands and eyes wide open with vulnerability and hope. They're not coming to impress you with a flawless performance. They're coming to be utterly honest with you, to share their heart openly. And they'll tell you the truth, the whole truth. They'll speak about the nights they cried, thinking about you, missing you. They'll share the moments they wished with all their being that they had done things differently in the past. They'll tell you about the dreams where you were still together, living the life you both once imagined. They'll finally tell you all the things they couldn't find the words or the courage to say before. And when they do, when those truths are spoken, something inside you will gently break open. Not from pain this time, but from an overwhelming sense of relief, of release. because you've been carrying so much for so long without answers, without closure, without truly knowing if what you shared ever really meant anything to them. And now, at long last, you'll finally hear the words your heart has been aching and waiting for. Stay open, dear one. Stay grounded in your own beautiful strength, because love, true and tested, is making its way back to you. And this time, it's bringing profound healing along with it. You're almost there, dear one. This is where it all begins again, in a new and more beautiful way. Not where it ends, but where something new, fresh, and vibrant is born from the ashes of the past. You've come so far on your journey. You've walked through shadows and faced challenges that most couldn't easily survive. You've waited in periods of painful silence. You've loved without receiving clear answers or reciprocation. You've carried your faith like a precious torch in the darkest of nights. And please know, heaven has seen every single moment of your journey, every courageous step you took when you didn't know where the road would lead, every time you chose to stay kind and compassionate when it would have been so much easier to harden your heart, every time you kept praying, kept hoping, even when it hurt to maintain that hope. Your journey wasn't invisible. It was and is incredibly sacred. And now, everything you thought was forgotten, every hope you thought was lost, everything you believed was over and done with, is about to return to you in the most unexpected and beautiful way. Not as a simple replay of your past, but as a profound redemption of your future, a chance to build something even more meaningful. You thought they forgot about you, didn't you? You feared that your love had faded into the background of their busy life. But, dear child, your name, your essence, never truly left their heart. It echoed there. It lingered softly. It stayed a permanent imprint. Even in moments when they consciously tried to erase it, even when they told themselves it was truly over, even when they convinced the entire world and perhaps themselves that they had moved on, your memory lived within them, a cherished treasure. Your love shaped them in ways they're only now beginning to fully understand. Your absence transformed them, teaching them what they couldn't learn while you were together. And now, they're different, wonderfully different because of you, because of the impact you had on their soul. Your presence taught them about true connection. Your silence, in its own way, woke them up to what they were missing. Your love, in its purest form, may have even saved them in ways you'll never fully know. They may not say all of this like a poet would. They may not have the perfect, eloquent words to express the depth of their transformation and feelings. But you'll see it clearly in their eyes. You'll feel it in the energy they exude, in the way they carry themselves. You'll know it deep within your soul, that intuitive part of you that always recognizes truth. They've returned to the place, to the person, where they feel most alive, most themselves. And that place, dear one, is with you. Not because they need you to rescue them, for they have found their own strength, but because they finally truly see. They understand now that you were never the one who needed changing or fixing. You were the one who always saw their truth, their potential, even when they couldn't see it themselves. And now, they're ready to show you their truth, their authentic self, to love you with a depth and sincerity you've always longed for, to be present with a full and open heart, with no more hiding, no more games. This reunion, this beautiful new chapter, is not about dwelling on the old story, the past hurts, or the misunderstandings. It's about writing a brand new one together, a story filled with grace and understanding, a story of profound forgiveness for yourselves and for each other, a story of patient rebuilding brick by brick, a story that stands as a testament to divine timing and the enduring power of love. You both had to experience a form of breaking, of dismantling old patterns to be rebuilt stronger and more authentically. You both had to experience the pain of losing each other, in a sense, to truly find yourselves as individuals. You both had to go through your own personal wilderness, your own trials and tribulations, to learn how to love in the way that heaven, the universe, always intended for you, with openness, honesty, and unwavering commitment. And now, the time is right. It's here. Your angels are gently asking you to be completely open to the unexpected. This person may come to you in humility, with a soft and gentle demeanor, speaking their truth with a newfound vulnerability. And their love, this time around, may sound quieter, less dramatic than perhaps it was before, or than what you might have imagined. But please, don't mistake this quietness for weakness or a lack of passion. It's deeper now. It's truer now. It's anchored in something eternal, something unshakable. So when they come to you, when that moment arrives, don't look away. Don't shut down your heart in fear. Don't let past anxieties or the fear of being hurt again be louder than your faith, louder than the quiet knowing in your soul. Because this, dear one, this is the very moment you've prayed for, hoped for, longed for. Even when you didn't have the exact words to articulate your deepest desires, this is what your heart was waiting for. Not just for them to return, but for the healed, whole, and ready version of them to return. The version that chooses you freely, without reservation. The version that's not confused, not scared, not running anymore, but steady, clear, and rooted in their love for you. Because they know now, with every fiber of their being, that you are not just a chapter in their life. You are the story. And child, listen closely to this truth. This beautiful story is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning a fresh start, a clean slate. And the pages that are coming next, the chapters you will write together, will be filled with the kind of deep, fulfilling, and unconditional love your soul has been craving for so many years. So breathe deeply, be still in this moment, and perhaps even say these words out loud or whisper them in your heart. I receive this love. I am ready for this wonderful surprise. I welcome this blessing into my life. I forgive the past, releasing all that no longer serves me. I open my heart fully and completely. I trust the timing of my life, and I believe in the beautiful love that is coming to me. Say it again if you need to. Let the words sink in. Whisper it, cry it if you feel moved to, write it down, but most importantly, feel it in every cell of your being. Because your words, your intentions are powerful seeds. And heaven, the universe, hears every single one. Your miracle is not far away. It's not out of reach or unattainable. It's gently knocking at your door, patiently waiting. It's standing just beyond what your physical eyes can currently see, but your heart can sense it. And soon, very soon, you'll open that door, and you'll find love waiting there for you, perhaps smiling through tears, holding out their hand, and saying words your heart has longed to hear, like, I never stopped loving you. Saying, this time, I'm not going anywhere. Saying, let's begin again, let's build something beautiful together. And you'll know, without a shadow of a doubt, with a certainty that settles deep in your bones, that it was always meant to be. Because love, true love, never really left. It just needed time to grow up, to mature, to become what it was always destined to be. And now, it's coming back to you, ready to surprise you in the most beautiful and healing way. Don't miss it. Don't run from it. Don't doubt its arrival. You are not alone in this. You never were, and you never will be. Your guardian angels are beside you, every step of the way. Love is ahead of you, lighting your path. And heaven, that divine spark, is within you, guiding your heart. You are ready now, truly ready. And they are coming with love overflowing in their heart and your name, a sweet prayer on their lips. So keep your inner light shining brightly. Keep your hope alive and vibrant. Because someone who deeply, profoundly loves you is about to surprise you in the most unexpected and wonderful way. And when they do, you will understand with perfect clarity why it had to happen this way, why it all had to take the time it did, why your soul always believed and held on to that thread of connection, even when your logical mind tried to forget or dismiss it. Now is the moment, your moment. Don't look back with regret. Don't close your heart now, not when you're so close. Don't miss your miracle. It's on its way to you, and it's more beautiful, more fulfilling than anything you've ever known. Stay open, stay faithful, and remember this always. Your angels are with you right now, lovingly guiding love back into your life. Amen.